Hey, hello, and welcome back to the Dennis Herrera Show. We are here in Mobile One. I actually had an appointment to go to, but decided to go ahead and cancel it and do a follow up live today here from Mobile One. You guys, as you get in here, don't forget to go ahead and put a thumbs up on the video. Let me know that you are here and drop a comment if you would like to do so. I don't have my laptop, so we're not going to be doing any video sharing. It's just going to be talks amongst friends. No coffee. I thought I had a water here, but turns out I don't. This is all I got. A little bit of water so I can keep my lips moist as I talk. Let me get my phone here to log in. Coffee supply is hanging by a thread, my friend. It's hanging by a thread. All right, let me go ahead and monitor with this one. Da, 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 da. In and out. How are you, sir? Welcome back. Looks like we're doing good in reception. We're going to go ahead and allow for people to call in. Now, the only reason why I like to have my laptop sometimes, well, not the only reason, but the main reason why I like to have my laptop sometimes when I do this in my car is because I can use some of the graphics that I already have set up, for my Streamlabs that I use for doing my lives. Sunny Florida. Man, how are the Gators over there? How are the Gators in Florida? Look at that, man. We got 3 people in here. Well, 3 with me, and we all hit like. So if I see any other numbers on there of people coming in, I better see another like go up. Every person that comes in, there's only one rule. Hit that like button. Let me close this. This lighting looks weird. I know I got a double sunroof or moon roof, I guess you can call it. It does have a little polarizing on it, so I guess it could be a sunroof. There we go. I don't want to make the phone work too hard, you know what I'm saying? Because right now they're retouched. Boom. Shoo. There we go. And now we are 10 years younger. There you go. Hey Pamela, how are you? God bless you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it. Like and subscribe, just like In and Out said. Guys, we got 11 people in here. I want to see 11 likes. Please. Yeah, no, before the libtards come in here saying, oh, look at this guy begging for likes. Yes, like and subscribe. Thank you. 4 thumbs up. Let's go. Let's get these numbers up. We're going to be, I'm going to be selling myself today. Let's go. Hit that like button. 13 likes. Let's go. 13 people, 13 likes. Let's get it going. 5. Let's go. One more up. I'll tell you what. I might have to go buy some coffee. Now, if you guys were in my live earlier, you know that the wife called in. Well, she sent me a message, and I had to go pick her up. She had to go take care of some stuff. We're done with that. I had a doctor's appointment. I know what you're going to say, Robert, but, the last time I went to the doctors, they recommended some medicines, and that didn't do shit. That didn't do anything for me. So I decided to cancel my doctor's appointment today and instead do something better with my life, and that is to be here live with you. I know, call me crazy, but it's true. True story. I cancel. I'd rather be doing a live, and I'm gonna tell you something. My wife told me some stuff. Guys, we got 20 people on here. Hit the like button. I want to see as people come in. I want to see the like button go up. Okay, even if you just stop by to say hello, even if you stop by just to throw a hate comment on there, hit the like button. All right. I appreciate it. Mr. Mikey in the house. Thank you, big bro. I appreciate you. You know that. I love it when you guys come in here, man. And I know you guys already by name. Most of you, I think I've called personally, and we have had great conversations. Obviously, I can't call everybody. You guys know that, but I appreciate you guys being here with me. I appreciate it. There we go. There we go. We got 7 likes, eight likes. It looks like Jerry is sending me some links to my phone, but I'm live. I can't check that. Deport the accents. No, we don't want to deport accents. Why would we want to deport those beautiful people with a beautiful accents? The only thing I can tell you is that when a country gets invaded by a bunch of illegal immigrants, the least that we can do is give the government a break when they say, if you have an accent, we need to check for papers. I think it's legit. I think it's legit. Zigzag, how are you, my friend? Oh, thank you. When somebody calls me an American, it is a compliment. And I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. All right, hey, I'm going to go ahead and open up the phone lines so we can see if we can have some conversations here. Figure we probably still got a couple of hours, I think, before my wife gets off work. I was going to go, I might even do a third live today. I don't know. I might do a third live. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. You guys think it's easy, but it's not easy. It's not easy. Lindsey Graham's sister taking over till November. No, I didn't know. I haven't really looked into the Lindsey Graham thing. May he rest in peace. All I know is that he's made some controversial comments. He's gone against the president. He's gone for the president. But the most important thing is that he's always gone for the United States of America. He's always gone for the country, and that I respect. I was against him when he was saying some negative things about how we are doing things in our country, but that was his opinion, and he's more than welcome to have his opinion. But anything that has to do with putting America last, I'm against that. Okay, so everybody can have their opinions. Did we lose somebody great in our country? Absolutely. Yeah, I believe so. I don't believe for 1 second, even when he was against what we were saying, I don't believe that he was ever a traitor or anything like that. And I have seen that from other people talking. So, yeah, guys, if you're a moderator, I'll appreciate it. If you're modding, just get rid of negativity. If somebody puts a question that goes against what I'm saying, that's okay. That is okay. That is exactly what I want. But anybody just put in comments like this doofus that just put in here, Trump is a pedo, get rid of that garbage. Here, I'll get rid of the first one. There you go. Okay. There you go. Let's see. I respected him when he told the truth about Trump on January 6th, but punked out and joined the weak one. Yeah, right. You see how hypocritical you sound right there? Say it loud. That's a hypocritical comment. So when it went your way, you thought he was doing the right thing and he was saying the truth. But when he went against your way, all of a sudden, he's a bad guy. That's a hypocritical comment. Keep that shit to yourself. Let's see. Carlos says he only had 1.5 million in his bank account. That's what he was worth. I believe he was an honest man, but he didn't know exactly how to change things. I don't know what you're saying, Carlos. You got to learn a little bit more English in order to finish that sentence. I think it was kind of okay. The fact that it's only a $1.5 million and he's been in politics, I mean, he's a career politician. That speaks volumes of him compared to Democrat and other Republican rhino politicians who have tens of millions of dollars. More, some have hundreds, and they're just career politicians. That I will raise a question on that. Unless they're following Trump and they are making the investments the way they're supposed to, and they're making a lot of money, let them do it. As long as there's no inside trading, cheating going on, I'm okay with that. Don't forget to continue to hit the like button on there. Slim got Slim felt neglected today. I didn't get to cuss him out at all. So no, I didn't call him any names today. So he's feeling left out. Don't worry. I'm sure one of your comments will get one of those favorite words that you like to hear from my lips. Oh man, what's up, Slimmy? All right, let me read some of the comments here on my other phone. Let's see. Al Sharpton. Well, Al Sharpton has been racist every time that he speaks. So, I mean, we wouldn't miss that. Al Sharpton was nothing to this country. So, yeah, there's a big difference. Comparing Al Sharpton to Lindsey Graham, that's a big difference. Now, in all honesty, I don't even know Al Sharpton, okay? All I know is the jackass that he's been when I have seen him. That's all. But if he's better, it is what it is. I don't feel bad for it. Absolutely. May he rest in peace. Yeah, I feel for the family. Always the family is the one that really suffers. You know what I'm saying? The person that dies, yeah, they don't feel anything anymore. But the ones that they leave behind, that's the hard pill to swallow. And let's see. Hey, look, everyone, it's Nick Fuentes. Really? I think Nick Fuentes is Italian and something else. Nick Fuentes, the thing about Nick Fuentes, the guy is a fucking idiot, but he's not stupid. I just think he's an immature, unwise man. He has some good points in some of the things that he says, but then he takes it too far. And I think that's his problem. I think Nick Fuentes is a racist. I don't care how he sees it, he is a racist. You see, because when I agree with him that if white people want to just, be with white, that's okay. But the way that he looks at, black people are lower IQ, I mean, Democrats prove it every day, but I still think that it's not because they're black that they're stupid. They're stupid because they follow stupid people. But the blacks that follow smart people are actually smart blacks. That's just the way it goes. It's kind of like, people in this country or any country, they want to grab the bad and they grow up practicing the bad. Like for example, he's not Mexican. He's Italian. But for example, I'll give you this example. You guys ever watch The Running Man? Well, any movie that has black kids from the ghetto, you will always notice that they talk ghetto because that's how they're raised. They are raised to talk like that. There's a little scene, well, they always make these scenes, like Hollywood, and it's not just black, but just ghetto people in general. They got white kids, they got black kids, they got Hispanic kids, they got Asian kids. Every kid that is raised ghetto in the movies, they always make them talk the same way. And it's kind of like, if we're having fun, while we're adults and we can use certain language or whatever, that's adults, talking in a certain way, kind of in a joking way. But when you're a young kid and you're in a movie and you're talking ghetto, it's just like, I don't know, it just shows the ignorance. Maybe I'm being a hypocrite right now, right? Like if I tell you that kids cursing sounds very stupid and very rebellious and very uneducated, I guess I could be called a hypocrite for cursing so much in my show sometimes. But the thing is that I feel like you get to act a little retarded when you get to a certain age. Until then, you cannot curse. That was very hypocritical. That's horrible. I am a hypocrite today. I am a hypocrite. I am a hypocrite when it comes to cursing. But here's the thing. Like I tell my kids, don't curse. Even if I curse, and you say, "Oh, well, Dennis, you're giving them the example. You should let them curse." And no, 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 no. They need to know when to curse. I just think they haven't gotten the right to curse. They got to do it the right way. They got to do it with purpose, not just for the hell of it. And doggone it, I try not to use it for the hell of it. I try to use it with purpose. I'm not worried about that. Ricky Smith. Let's see. Oh, bro, you better be nice, bro. Don't come over here talking shit. Let me make sure that I read some of these comments. It's too many. Yeah, too many. I don't know. Yeah, Nick Fuentes is not Mexican. I think he might be Mexican Italian, if anything. The mother, the parents, but he's not. He's not Mexican or Italian, to be honest, because he wasn't born in Italy or Mexico. I think he was born in the United States of America. I think. I don't know. So whatever nationality he is, that's where whatever nation he was born, that's the nationality of Nick Fuentes. Here, let's do this. Instead of arguing, let's just look for some facts. I don't know shit about Nick Fuentes except he's a racist. He's a racist son of a bitch. Nick Fuentes. Let's do a search on Nick Fuentes. Wow, they actually have his information on here. Unbelievable. The guy is 28 years old. Let's see. College dropout. Oh, no, that's sorry. College dupe. It's not dropout. Let me see. Let me click on here. Wow. Wikipedia. Nick Fuentes on Wikipedia. Can you imagine? Dennis Herrera on Wikipedia? Oh, shit. I wonder what they will say. All right, here we go. Yeah, he's the far right for sure. For sure. He's the far right. Absolutely. Let's see. He's an American far right political commentator, live streamer, and influencer. He hosts the live stream show America First, where he has advanced white nationalism and white supremacy, Christian nationalism. That is some racist motherfucker right there, man. No joke. That is one racist dude. The incidents of torture, misogyny, anti-LGBTQ views, and anti-Semitism. He is a racist. Let's see. His supporters are known as groypers. Definitely not a groyper. Let's take a look at where he's from, where his parents are from. Okay, so he was born in Chicago, Illinois. So he's American. Nicholas Fuentes. Okay, Fuentes does sound Hispanic, but then again, we'll see. He became politics 2016. Comparative president. Personal life. He's a racist. Okay, fantastic. Let's try to find some better information about Nick Fuentes. I want to give him some benefit of doubt. You know what I'm saying? Battery arrest. Marla Rose approached Fuentes' home in Berwyn, Illinois, and attempted to ring his doorbell. According to police reports and media accounts, Fuentes allegedly pepper sprayed. I saw that one. She deserved it. And I think he shoved her as well. Yeah, that's fine. He was also arrested on November 27th, charged with battery. The Berwyn Police Department's incident report stated that Rose kept knocking on Fuentes' door until he answered, leading to a heated exchange. Get off the man's property. I don't know why he was arrested. Get away. Don't knock on his door. Leave him alone. All right. Doesn't tell me his parents. If somebody knows, you can put it on the chat. But definitely Nick Fuentes is a racist. It is what it is. It is what it is. So let's address this racist thing, okay? When President Trump says he's a nationalist, well, I'm also a nationalist. By the definition of nationalist, is a person that puts their nation first. There's nothing wrong with that. Yes, Hitler was also a nationalist, but he was racist. He was anti-Semitic. That's a big difference. You can be nationalist. Yeah, really, when you say patriotic, it's kind of the same thing to me. In Spanish, it means the same thing. So there's that. All right, so there's that. Let me see. Let's see what else do we have in here. Anybody else made another comment that I may have missed? Carlos says sorry about that. I don't know what you're saying sorry about, Carlos, but thank you. It's all insider trading. It could be. It could be insider trading, but that's not what we want. Great show today. So Slim got resentful with me because I didn't cuss him out this morning. That's a good thing. Maybe because I didn't go the whole 5-6 hours live streaming earlier. Maybe you would have got your chance to get cussed out. Oh man. Morpheus and Mike says, so why are you talking shit? I don't know what you guys are saying, man. White and Hispanic descent. He's Italian. I know he's Italian, so maybe he's Mexican Italian. I don't know. Not him, but his parents. I could have sworn that somebody said he was Italian. I don't know. Now my parents, they're both the nationality for both of my parents is Honduran. They're both born in Honduras. But my father is a two mix of Indian race and black or African descent. My mother is Mayan Spaniard descent. So I always tell myself that I have a half native Honduran, and then the rest is all gibberish. Man, who gives a shit? The point is that we are alive today, and we're all a bunch of different mix of races and ethnicities. It's fantastic. Jose Duarte, how are you, my friend? Good to see you on here. Jay Moneybags. All I know about Nick is he is a confused shelter man. Bruh, I don't know, man. Nick Fuentes has actually really said some fucked up shit. Like there's no way to put it. Like, I listened to this guy, I have listened to him before, and just when you think that he's on the right track, when he's pointing out some things that have legitimate foundation and truth, all of a sudden he just goes to the extreme, and it's just like, bro, this is why they call him a far right person. He's not a conservative like us, We're trying to be more in the middle. We're trying to be in the balance, my major beliefs is America first, but not America only. My major belief is capitalism is great, but not just capitalism. We also need some socialist services out there, and it's just called socialist because of society. It's not because it's socialism. It's not because of that. And I don't know, maybe it's just me, but the way that I interpret all that stuff, it's not like Social Security. It's not a socialist thing. Like, it's not a socialism ideology thing. It is a society thing. It's just I'm probably confusing people more. But you know what I'm saying? It's just like, you can say, so there, to me, in my brain, there is the good socialist. And then there is the bad socialist that leads to communism. Like here, for example, I believe that we should have 80% capitalism and 20% socialism. Why is that? Well, and even that might be too high. It may be 90-10. But why do I think that way? Well, here. So I believe in helping people that need help. I believe that, our elder people should get their help. I believe that veterans should continue to get help and all that stuff, right? But The problem with allowing socialist programs to exist is that there is always going to be people who are not self accountable, they're not self disciplined, they're not self starters, they're just takers. They abuse the system, they get lazy, they depend on the government, and they just become dead weight that we have to drag in our economy. So that's why I want some socialism, socialist programs, but not a total socialist. Socialists bring no value to any country at all, at all. And capitalism, well, capitalism at least gives you an incentive to work harder. My man. Welcome back, sir. Capitalism tells me, allows me to own my own business. So capitalism allows me to go and get a job, ask for fair wages, wages that I earn, and then allows me to, if I'm not happy, that I can go work somewhere else. And if I'm not happy with other companies, with the way that they pay, then I'm going to create my own business. Now, what is the incentive for me to create my own business? With capitalism, it allows you to reward yourself. The more you work, the more money you should make. The more you sacrifice, the higher the reward is that you will receive. That's capitalism. And it works fantastic. If I have a job where I'm the only employee, I'm the owner and the employee. But if I grab more work, I can hire one more person. Now there's two of us. Now the other person is not investing. The other person, if I go out of business, they'll just go and collect unemployment. I don't. They just go and work for somebody else. I lose my company. So I take the higher risk, and I make the investment, and I offer a fair wage. That employee decides to accept that fair wage. That's it. That's it. If I make an investment to now have 3 employees under me, well, for every employer that I'm getting, I should be getting a higher reward in return for my investment, for my money that I'm putting in. You see what I'm saying? So capitalism allows you to multiply your wealth, not take it from somebody else. So if I grow a company, an idea of a product or a service, and I go and invest, I go in and take the risk to go get a loan. A loan that is a $1 million loan. Not that's going to happen. But I get $1 million loan. I am pledging everything, my house, my car, all my belongings, and I am going to go ahead and invest on a company. Why should the employees who are getting paid a fair wage take my company away? They shouldn't. Socialism allows that. Capitalism, no. You work for a wage. If you don't like that wage, you go get a better job, or you make the business. Libtards get lost very easy with that information. So you are rewarded for the work and investment and the sacrifice that you put in to do your business. You're rewarded for that. What is the reward that you get as an employee at a company? What's the reward that you get? Every year, there is a cost of living. So if you have been faithful to the company, you get a raise according to the cost of living increase. If you keep voting for incompetent people that don't know how to use your tax dollars, don't complain about unaffordability. It's spending money. Spending money is the problem. You don't get respect. Nobody really respects you. See, when you have money, everybody loves you. Yeah, everybody is your best friend. And the moment that you don't have that money, nobody gives a shit about you. Yeah, that's socialism. That is socialism. Toward capitalism, it doesn't. I don't give a shit what anybody thinks. I make my own money. I wear the hats that I want. I wear the clothes that I want. I buy whatever the hell I want because I work for it. Unless somebody's paying me for all the things that I have, you can't tell me what to do. It is what it is. All I know is that 250 years in this country, capitalism has not failed us yet. There's always up and downs in the economy, but capitalism hasn't failed us. The notion, the stupidity that some people really truly believe that the reason why they are poor is because there are people that are becoming billionaires. That is the stupidest thing I ever heard. It is unbelievable. Unbelievable. So the whole idea to say that we're just going to go ahead and take more and more and more from billionaires, I think that sends the wrong message. Tell me, what is your incentive to work? Yeah, you can have the right to a job in a free market. I like that. Money is part of life. In the city. In the city. No, you don't earn a job. You don't earn a job. You earn a wage. You do a job and then you earn a wage. You know what I always have told people or corporations or companies that have hired me in the past? They always ask me the question, how much do you want to make? And I said, well, I know that your company starts off at this. So I want to make this much. Now, the only reason why I want this amount is because I want to prove myself. Within 90 days, I will have proven to you the kind of employee, the kind of asset that I am for your company. And then I will expect my money to be this. They agree. And I make my money. Do I tell others what I make? Of course not. Nobody should tell their co-workers how much they are making. They should keep it to themselves. Because maybe the boss is going to be more generous with you because you're a good worker. And the other one that is lazy, well, they're not going to get paid that much either. They won't get that raise that they want. Again, if you're not happy with your pay, with your wages, find another job or create your own wealth. You know, this company that I used to work for, they used to give like, I don't know, $300 bonus, for Christmas every year. $300 bonus. And I'm like, what the hell? What kind of shitty ass bonus is that? And I'm saying that because the company makes millions. Not really make millions, but they make a lot of money, right? And then the company started picking up more customers. So now they were actually making the money, right? And so the company decided to give you a month paycheck, like a 13th month. You know what I'm saying? A 13th month of pay. And so you got a whole month of pay. That means two checks, two biweekly checks. And man, the money was good. You know what I'm saying? But this is a bonus. This is free money. This is not obligation money. The company said, we made this much. Boom. We want to share it with you. And so they did. And so they did again the next month. And they share their wealth with the employees. And then the company started investing somewhere else. So they used a lot of the money that they had to invest it somewhere else. They lost the money. All of a sudden, there's no bonus. And we hear some employees getting pissed off because they're not getting that 13th month. They're not getting that extra bonus pay. And in my mind is like, yeah, it sucks, but it's not mandatory. I said, that is not their job. That's not their obligation. And so a lot of people hated the company because they didn't get the bonus. I don't think they understand what bonus is. They don't understand what bonus is, for sure. But we do. And we know that when they can do it, they'll do it because they've done it before. And, you know, they do what they can. And if you don't like that company, go somewhere else. And if somewhere else you don't get what you want, go make your own business. Go make your own rules. In a capitalist mentality, watch the difference. You ready for this? Hey, Stormy. A capitalist mind will think like the way that I think. Maybe making the investment or making this move, I'm not going to make money. I'm going to lose money for a while. Whether it be months, years, whatever it is, I'm making an investment. And I'm risking a lot because I believe that this idea is going to get me through and it's going to take care of my family in the future. And that's why I am making the sacrifice that I am making today, right? That's the capitalist mentality. I don't want people to tell me what to do. I don't want to do business under somebody else's policies that I don't agree with. I think they're bullshit. Some policies are actually racist when they say they don't want to be racist. They're actually prejudiced when they say they want diversity. And it's just like, you know what I'm saying, that they always prefer a group instead of just everybody being the same. So I don't want to work for companies. I want to do my own investment. So the mentality of a capitalist person is, I don't want to work for anybody. I don't want to do what anybody tells me. I want to do what I want. I don't want to follow somebody else's policies. I want to make my own policies and do it this, and that, right? Here's the socialist mentality. Socialist mentality says, I don't want to work for somebody that tells me what to do. I don't want to work and follow somebody else's policies that I don't like. I don't want to work in an environment where I don't feel safe or don't like. I'm just going to be homeless. And I'm just going to be on welfare. Without income, I qualify for free welfare, free health care. I get food, I get medical, I get housing. I got everything. What do I need? Well, look how easy it is. Look how easy it is. You can go and get a part-time job and still qualify for all of those things. Free housing, free welfare, free medical, and you work part-time. You work that part-time and you never have to work anything else. But the socialist can't even think of that. The socialist wants to live like a rich person while doing nothing to earn it. That makes sense? Yeah. The socialists don't like it. The lazy people don't like it. Hey, Sergeant, how are you? President Trump is signing a document on the White House. Maybe I'll go live later tonight so I can show off my night Seattle backdrop that I have. I try to do my backgrounds with the help of AI, just so you guys know. I like to, for me, it looks good, it looks better. I can do a mediocre job and still be able to get away with it. I'm very picky with stuff. And even then, I still fail a lot of things when I'm doing my live. But you guys' support, I appreciate it. All right? J Moneybag says, that is why not just have a system set up to make sure they work and provide in the socialist system. Yes, you get educated and healthcare, but you pay for food unless you are qualified for stamps. So the big beautiful bill told us that you would still qualify for welfare, for health care, but you had to work at least 20 hours a week. That was the deal. That was the deal. So it's not like you won't be able to get welfare or health care, free health care. You had to work 20 hours a week. If you were body able to work, you have to work at least 20 hours a week. That was the deal. People, the world owes you nothing. 100%. Because of the hat? No. Washington State. I got family that had a ranch, so we wear hats like this too. Jeans as well, and boots. See, the cowboy style of dressing is because the high boots is for two reasons. One, you're going to step on a lot of cow shit. You're going to step on there's a lot of mud because you have a ranch. And also it protects you from snake bites. The jeans is because it's a thick material that doesn't wear and tear so fast compared to other materials. And the hat is because it has a drop in the back that keeps a shade on your neck so that your neck doesn't get burnt. It's just practicality. It's not really I want to be a cowboy from Texas, even though I like to have my little American flag shirt and all that stuff. And I do have a Longhorn little straw hat that I bought from China. Let's see. Sergeant says, I work over 20 hours a week as a moderator. just blocking libtards. Oh, bless your heart, Robert. Stormy, I have a friend, says Sergeant Searer, who is literally paralyzed in a wheelchair, and they literally took his food stamps because he couldn't get a job. That is crazy. That is crazy. And, and here's the thing. All you have to do is reapply for the benefits. You got to have proof of a disability. It's not just, I'm going to say this online. You got to have proof of it. And if your friend is really literally paralyzed from the waist down, they should definitely qualify. And they shouldn't have to work. But I have seen people that are paralyzed from the waist down and they still work. I don't know if I can do that myself, but some people do it, man. There's just some amazing people out there. How old are you, J Money? Says that don't produce physical goods are inherently inflationary. You can invent a service. Hey, breaking from India. Oh, sorry to hear that, Stormy. J Moneybag says he's a libtard. Don't call yourself unless you earn the title. Let's see, work 56 hours every week, every Saturday. Why don't I get free school? Illegals get free school. So I'm not sure what kind of schooling are you looking for? Don't get me wrong, my work would send me, but I don't really want an engineering job. Well, that's your choice, my friend, but engineer jobs actually pay pretty good. They pay $90,000 to $100,000 in some areas. Sergeant, yeah, just because he was disabled like that, they wanted him to get a job since he can get on a cell phone and move around. And that's true. They thought telemarketing would be a good fit for him. Yeah, I guess that's true. That is true. You know, I mean, I think that being on a wheelchair is certainly limits the jobs, but that is true. I mean, that is true. If I was in a wheelchair and I had to get a job, I mean, I can still do what I'm doing right now, obviously, but I can go work at a call center. I was very good at technical support for Comcast. I did billing, sales. I did supervisor callbacks. I did the most critical jobs over the phone that you can do at Comcast. And I didn't need my feet for that. I mean, you could just be in a wheelchair. You just need a computer, desktop, that's it. And you can work from home. Absolutely. Brian Waza. Welcome back, Brian. Good to see you, big bro. Let's see. New York is definitely going to fail under these socialists. Well, you know what? Today, before my wife actually interrupted me, I was talking about New York, and I was talking about the this new Aldi, Aldi, this German grocery outlets, marked supermarkets or whatever they want to call, and how they're able to sell products cheaper than even Walmart by cutting, of course, some of the, employees. Right? They don't have that many employees. Got to bag your own shit. They don't even really stock everything. They just put a bunch of boxes in there, and then you got to dig for the stuff. But I mean, you get what you pay for. You know what I'm saying? I was talking about this. A lot of these grocery stores, they have a lot of parking spaces. And they got to pay property taxes for that. They got to pay a lot of bills, payroll tax, excise tax, sales tax, everything. And, on top of that, they got to make all these investments. And on top of that, they can be sued by anybody. And on top of that, it's like there's a lot of risk and investment. So the produce gets expensive. The food gets more expensive. A lot of people, they don't know how to shop. Instead of going out and buying a watermelon that they can cut in half and into pieces for like $5, $7, right? Whatever it is, right? Big watermelon. They'd rather go and pay $15 for a small tray of cut up watermelon and then complain that is so expensive. Like, I'll give you an example of how I shop. If I go to Costco and I want some ribeyes, okay? Listen to this. I go to Costco and I want some ribeyes. The price is around $60 to $70, depending on how old the meat, how the freshness of the meat is. I get 6 pieces of very thin ribeye steaks. Okay? $70. Okay. Let's give it $60 for 6 pieces of really thin steak. Or I can go and spend $200. Listen to me here. It's a lot more. $200, and I will get 4 times the amount of meat. So I know the example is horrible, but let me just put it down to the 6 pieces that cost $70. I can get those same 6 pieces of steak and even fatter for half of that. So you're really paying more for the labor that somebody cut it for you. So you go and get a slab, and then you can make your own steaks. You can cut your own steaks. And then you can go ahead and put them in packets, right? Airtight packets. You get the machine and all that stuff. And that meat, it'll last you for a long time. And every time that you open a packet of meat that is like airtight, fresh airtight, it's going to taste as fresh as it was when you first caught it. That's the way it is. And you can save a lot of money that way. People want to buy things that already have a labor cost added to it. Does that make sense? If you go, like this one guy would say, oh my God, I spent $7 for 2 boiled eggs. Why? You can go spend $7 and get 32 eggs and boil them yourself. Maybe not 32, maybe 24. I don't know. I forget what the amount is at the Costco packets, but they're 3 layers of packets, and I don't know how much is in each packet. I can tell you there is a lot of eggs, and they're actually cheap. It's not expensive. I don't think it's expensive. You know, I see gas stations here that are charging $4.35 a gallon, and cheap ass stations like 7-Eleven are still charging $5.19. Price gouging much? Absolutely. You know what do you call them? Franchise gas stations are, what they have in common? AM, PM, 7-Elevens. What do they have in common? Anybody? We know Shell. We know Chevron. We know they're going to charge more money. Obviously, they want to make their money. What company doesn't want to make their money? So they definitely do some price gouging. That's just the fact. That's just how it is. It is what it is, guys. But there is a problem with that, you know. And so again, I'm going to go back to the Aldi supermarket in New York. They are able they are able to give you a lower price. And you know, somebody was on my chat earlier saying that a lot of people would go to the stores because they do have very comfortable prices, very cheap prices, lower than Walmart, as I said, right? So if they can do that, why are these people blaming President Trump for unaffordable prices? Why do they blame Trump for high food prices? Right, Margaret? Yeah, thank you for that. I don't know about this store. I don't know that story here, but I hear a lot of people say good things about it. Hey, good luck, guys. Stay bound. I like that. Go Champs. Get it done. Big shout out to Anderson. It's a kids league. They're right here at the park. So anyway, you know, I talk good about this company because they're able to give you cheap pricing where others are complaining of how expensive food is, right? So you have this company that is giving you lower pricing than even Walmart. That is crazy. That is crazy. No. Don't make excuses, J Money. Don't give him excuses. Venezuela's making their money. What they're not doing is spending all their money on a dictator, drug lord of the cartel de los soles. Now it's actually going to the people. It's helping the economy in Venezuela. I heard that they're doing good. Unfortunately, the earthquake it did a big disaster in Venezuela. But I haven't looked too much into Venezuela lately, to be honest. But you know what? I think that every company that is out in the market, you have to understand something. There is different ways of doing business. Here is an example that I'm going to give you from Starbucks. The CEO, I think it was the CEO or one of the big dogs, was trying to sell the reasoning for the high price of Starbucks coffee. Obviously, you know, expensive coffee is going to make for more higher prices, right? But he was saying this, and I want you to understand this. Now, for some reason, some people don't understand what this means. But he said something like this. He said, when you come to Starbucks and you buy Starbucks coffee, you're not just buying the coffee. You're buying the experience. You're buying the product and the service. All of that comes in together. You have a small restaurant side, you know, cafe style. where you can, have meetings, enjoy a hot cup of coffee, mixed drinks, special drinks, etc. So you're paying for an experience. Now, if you go to the gas station, nobody gives a shit if you want to buy this coffee or that coffee or this coffee. They just have the machines. All they do is fill them up with the coffee and the water, and that's it. That's it. And you still got to pay like $3-4 for it. You know what I'm saying? So, and there is no customer service. It's all self-service. You know what I'm saying? So there's a problem. So if you don't want to pay the expensive money for Starbucks, well, don't go to Starbucks. Go to the gas station. I can guarantee you, you're not gonna like that coffee. You're gonna like that coffee even less than the Starbucks coffee. But I've done it before. When I used to work in roofing, we used to get up very early, and I will drive the boys through a gas station, and I will buy them coffee. I know I've always been like that. But I will buy the boys some coffee. Now back then it was like $1 a cup of coffee, so it wasn't too bad. And so we would do that in the morning. That was like sort of a tradition, to get that morning coffee. It made my workers special. Were they illegal? Probably. I didn't hire them, but most likely they were illegal. Okay, and because we always spoke Spanish, I never really asked. There was a guy that got deported 3 times. We knew for sure he was illegal. And that's a felony back then, by the way. Still a felony. But you can make the choices, right? So if prices are expensive, it's not just Trump made it happen. Come on. No. If the government keeps raising taxes, they keep raising the cost of living because of taxes. Businesses have to charge more. The better experience you want to have, the more money you want to pay. You're going to pay. Hey, people get greedy. I get it. They do. They do get greedy. But they get greedy for a reason. Because there is high traffic times and there's very low traffic times. What was that? I'm sure my container is $10 a day. Oh man, that's crazy, bro. That is crazy, J Money. Let's see. Chris Fields. Here, hold on. He promised to do something about it and has done nothing. Nothing to help with inflation. And his tariffs made it much worse. Chris, did you vote for Trump? Did you vote for Trump? If the answer is yes, good job. Did you vote for Democrats? If the answer is yes, go ask them why they keep raising taxes. Trump promised to bring prices down, and he did. Let me give you something here. Tell me, how much was the gas price? Be honest. How much was the gas price right before Trump took office? Let's take a look. How much was the gas price? Somebody. Everybody's prices are crazy, bro. Everybody. G-Man, I don't know what the hell you say I lie about. Yeah. It did go up. Barrel of oil went up. Now, let's go ahead. Let me see. How about that? I'm going to look it up. Watch. Gas prices at the end of Biden administration. Okay? Here we go. Gas prices check this out. This is very good information. You ready for this? This is going to blow your mind away. You ready? How much? Somebody look it up, put it in there, and I'm going to, okay, 325 right now. I want you to put it on the chat. How much was the gas pricing at the end of Joe Biden's administration? Be honest now. Don't cheat. Hey, Bullet, how are you? Just chill. Let's settle down. Hey, Barney, how are you? All right, Rush Babe says 350. Nope, lower. Somebody else, lower. Here's what it says. When President Biden left office in January 2025, you ready for this? Check this out. The truth shall set you free. 280, says Margaret. Damn. Calm down. Let's. I'll just tell you. Here we go. When President, do I need my glasses for this thing, man? I think I might need to get my glasses here. Hold on. When I put my reading glasses on, I look old, but I also acquire high definition view. Here we go. Class in session. Oh man, it's so beautiful. It's good to see in high definition, guys. Here's what it says. When President Biden left office in January 2025, the national average, okay, I want you to look at this, the national average. Shut up, Robert, don't be jealous. National average price for regular gasoline was approximately $3.12 per gallon. Damn! All right, okay. So, with that being said, what is the national gas price right now? Under Trump. This marked a significant decrease from the historic record highs of over $5.62 per gallon since June of 2022 and remained well below the $4 to $5 threshold in its final months. Inauguration gas prices were around $2.39 per gallon when Biden took office. What? Wait a minute. So under Trump, gas prices were at $2.39. Pay attention now. $2.39 when Biden took office. That means that Trump had lowered the gas prices. You with me so far? Okay. Here we go. So after Biden left, we go back to the $3.12. Let's see, what's that? 51, right? 60, 90, okay, 61 cents, 73 cents higher. 73 cents higher than Trump. You with me? Man, this is going to blow your mind, I promise. If you don't get it, you are a libtard. You ready? Okay. Pay attention now. 71 cents higher under Biden. Under Biden than when it was with Trump. Now, with Trump, what is the national average? Oh man, this is going to blow your mind. Gas prices. National average. Under Trump. 2026. Ready? Oh man, this is crazy. You ready for this? Check this out. America. I want you to pay attention. As of mid-July 2026, under the Trump administration, The national average price for regular gasoline sits at approximately $3.85. That is 85, that is 72 cents higher than Biden, right? You're with me. Now here is what's going to blow your mind. That's horrible, right? How many agree? That's horrible. It's still lower than Biden, but you're not seeing what I'm seeing. I want you to understand something. No, there's no spinning. There's no spinning. Just straight up facts. Bobby. Absolutely. Taxes. Absolutely. Now, what's crazy is that the people on the left, the people on the left say that gas prices are so high because of this war in Iran. Really? Really? Let me tell you why that's a lie. Right now, even though we are not at the lowest price when Trump was in office the first time, we are still $6 under the price of the barrel of oil than the lowest price on Biden. Who do you blame for high prices when after 6 years almost, the gas prices continue to rise up, 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 and yet the price for the barrel of oil is still cheaper than the lowest price of barrel of oil under Biden? Too much? Unbelievable. And yet, you want to sit there and try to convince me that gas prices are higher because of Trump's fault? Because of Trump's war in Iran? Right now, it's still cheaper than Biden's lowest barrel of oil price. And the worst thing is that under Biden, there was no Iran war. Let that marinate for a second. What do you think? I want to hear some of the leftist people that, they left. But I want to hear if there's a leftist person or somebody that blamed Trump for affordability, put it on the chat. I have nephews that are autistic. What about it? It's very unfortunate how real tyrannical government, like the Democrats, use our elder senior citizens. They lie to them. And they have them go and protest on the street. I just laid out a bunch of facts in a row. I started when Trump left the office, the first term. Gas went up 71 cents under Biden. It went up even higher, all the way to $5.62 here in Washington. But it went back down by the time Trump took office. Now, it didn't go back down to the price where Trump left it the first time. I get it. There is some inflation. You're right. I got you. I'm with you. There is inflation. But the reason why I argue these issues is because the leftist people, the opposition, they keep blaming Trump. And so I have to keep defending Trump because the way that I'm rationalizing things, the way that I am trying to make sense of what's going on in our economy tells me that it's not just Trump. And that is the problem. You don't like the truth, huh? That's because you're a fucktard. That's why. You libtards never learn. You don't want to learn. As a matter of fact, you probably already knew that. But you don't want to admit it. You're not smart enough to forgive and let go of hate and accept when you're wrong. You know what I done when I'm wrong? I apologize. I just made an apology a couple days ago, right? Friday. No, Saturday, I made a big apology. I called one of the council women illegal here in Linwood, Washington. My logic was, she said that the American flag was not important, that she will never raise an American flag because she wasn't even born here. What am I supposed to think? That's an illegal immigrant to me. Nope. She's a naturalized American citizen that is not fulfilling her oath. The oath that she made to the American people, to the United States of America, to the government of the United States of America. When you become an American citizen, you abide by the laws of this country or you don't become an American citizen, period. Very simple. You see how all the libtards left? They don't like facts. They don't like the truth. You know what's funny is that every time that I do my show, I always try to make an example of something very small so that they can understand. And they just don't get it. They don't get it. They don't want to accept it, even if it's the truth. Hey, Glenn, how are you? I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. My people perish for lack of knowledge. That is true. That is true. It is unbelievable. It doesn't matter how much time I give them. Doesn't matter the facts that I throw down. Doesn't matter if I show them the truth. Even when they see it with their own eyes, they just deny it and leave. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. See, I even did some research and try to get you some real numbers and everything, and well, they got nothing to say. Can't say I didn't try. Can't say I didn't try. Let me tell you something. The barrel of oil, the price of the barrel of oil should tell you everything you need to know about gas prices. You can't blame Trump because of what the Democrat politicians are doing. Wasting money, overtaxing corporations. Here in Washington State, we have this idiot, incompetent mayor of Seattle. We warned every voter. We warned them. We warned them and we told them, stop taxing corporations. You need to start tax cuts on big corporations. You see, an incentive for a business to want to do more, it's money. You want to reward them for making more investments, not punish them because they're acquiring more wealth. That is the whole purpose of our system, to reward you by the sacrifice that you make. Yeah, and Bill, but but one of the reasons for that is, why would you want to have more income? Here, let me give you this example. One of the models that I feel, when you want to do a business, in order to prepare for downtime, slow business, etc., what is the formula that you got to have in place in order for you to make a profit? You got to have people. Let's say, for example, something very small, something very simple. I go and buy a bottle of water for 50 cents. I got to sell it for $1. I got to sell it for twice what I pay for. Otherwise, I'm just going to be spending my money and making nothing. So what I do is I buy it for 50 cents. I sell it to you for $1. But then I buy 2 bottles, right? After making 50 cents, I didn't make anything because now I'm going to buy more bottles. So I buy 4 bottles and I sell them to you for $1 each. Well, I paid $2, but now I got 4. Guess what? I don't spend the $2 that I made. I go and spend those $4 and go and get me 8 bottles. And so on and so forth until you have the money to continue to make in your business. You got to make money. If you don't make money, you run out of business. You see what I'm saying? So the bigger the risk you take, the bigger the investment, the more money you should be rewarded with. I don't go and think of a bit like, well, I don't like to talk too much about this, but here, let me give you an example. Other people don't have to do what I do. Now, this is just what I believe myself. I want to have, because I plan on living in a small community, okay, sort of a village. I want to have a business or a side of revenue that will be strictly to making the village better. 100%. The side revenue, whatever amount it is to benefit the whole village. If somebody had, not just because here's the $1,000 for you, here's $1,000. No. You have a leaky roof. Done. You need appliances in your house. Done. Your walls are crackling. Fixed. Done. Water quality. Done. Electricity, wiring for electrical. Done. This is what the money's for. And activities for the village. My main point of revenue is for me, for my wife, and my children, for my family. That's right. That is socialism. But what I'm saying is people don't have to do that. You see, I have to make, this is just me. It's just the way I am. I want to give. Don't force me to do, fuck that. Don't tell me what to do. I want to have a second revenue of income just to give back. But I want an income revenue just for my family. I want to live good. No, I don't need a Mercedes. I don't need the most expensive cars and the biggest house. No. But I want to live well. I want to have a house. If I had to make it a 2-story, I want to have a house with at least 4 to 5 bedrooms. One of them has to be a space for my office, for my studio, etc. Whatever it is. That works. But I can't sit here and hate those who are already rich and that don't do that. No, it's not their obligation. They don't owe us anything. But that's the beauty about capitalism. You don't have to worry about somebody trying to take it away from you. Except for Democrats. Because they do take it away from you. You see what I'm saying? That is the logic. What's going on? I live in a village. We are so small we don't have our own police force or jail. We are county or state police patrol. Interesting. You guys, I don't know what the hell you guys are smoking over there. Well, you're speaking of Elon. I don't know what you're saying on Elon Musk, but what I can tell you is that all the people that doubted him are kicking themselves in the ass right now. And all of those who stuck with him all these years when everybody doubted, they became millionaires. There's that. There is that. Let's see, what else you guys got? What questions do you have about what I said? Complaining about wealthy people's bank accounts won't add 1 cent to yours. That's true. Ian says, not so. They take it from those who cheat the system. Not such thing. No such thing. They're not taking that money from you. Those who cheat the system, they're just cheat the system, but they're not taking that money from you. If you depend on the government, if you're a socialist and you depend on the government, you don't pay taxes. Most likely, you're getting taxes from those rich people that are actually paying taxes, from the hardworking American people. They pay taxes. They don't get refunds back. That means they pay taxes. You get refunds, you didn't pay taxes. You didn't get shit. You didn't pay nothing. I got refunds. I got half of the money that I pay in taxes back. Next year, probably be more. That's how it is. I don't think America's going to end up like Rome. We still have a lot of patriots left. A lot of conservatives, a lot of real Christians that are fighting for this country. And they want the truth to prevail. 99% pay more than the rich. Is that right? Is that right? Oh boy, let me tell you, man. Let me tell you, man. Don't talk to Dems like that. They don't want to hear it because they want free stuff. They're lazy. They want more government. I want less. It's true, brother. It's true. Dennis, I get like 1/4 back of what I make means nothing to me. Yeah. Well, you know what? At least to me, it means a lot because that means that you're paying taxes. You know what I'm saying? If you're getting a quarter, half, if you're getting, listen, if you are even zero, you pay taxes. You know what I'm saying? If you are even zero, you're paying taxes. If you get money back, that's less taxes that you paid. That's the way I see it. The more money you get back, subtract that to the taxes that you pay for the year. That's what I said. I got half of the taxes that I paid. So we paid almost $10,000 in taxes. Now, if it wasn't for the big, beautiful bill, I wouldn't have gotten maybe one-tenth. Maybe one-tenth, maybe 1/4 of that. But because of the big, beautiful bill, all the overtime that I put in, being able to use the interest that I paid on my vehicle made in America, I was able to make some deductions. And that's why I got some more money back. I think that was fantastic. I was one of the ones who benefited from the big, beautiful bill. And I'm not rich. Yeah, that's just the way it goes. Some people don't want to see the truth, but that's okay. That's okay. Stop calling. Bill, you son bitch. I like it. I like it. What part of the big, beautiful bill saved you money? I'm curious. I think I already replied to that. No tax on overtime, says Joe Donovan. No tax on tips. No tax on Social Security. Talking about senior retirement. Yeah. It also increased child tax credit. Absolutely. Oh, man. I don't know everything, man. I just know how to use common sense. You know what I'm saying? And I just hope that you guys do as well. That's all I want. You always have a deduction for business vehicles. Yeah, that's true. Even though I didn't do a deduction on this because the money that I made last year, because I just started doing this last year, but the money that I made last year, it wasn't even worth making deductions, so I just paid the tax. This guy is what Netanyahu dreams of. You bet your ass. You bet your ass. President Trump will hire me if he knew about me. Bill identifies as a tax exempt. I bet you didn't know this. Now, this is not cheating, but this is a loophole that I found. So, as unfair as it was, oh man, this is something else right here. Now, some libtards like to throw this back and try to make fun of me for paying child support, but here's the thing. I did everything right in my relationship. I can tell you that right now. My sin was to work double shifts to provide for my son and my girlfriend at the time. She decided not to marry me. That's okay. That's okay. She later told me, I kid you not, 100%, libtards can believe this or not. She said to me, my baby mama said this to me. You ready? You're not going to believe this, but here it is. She said, I was only with you. You ready? Why do you think she was with me? Put it in the comments. I want to hear you guys. I want you guys to opinion here. Why do you think she was with me? Somebody. Sergeant. Okay, all right. Yeah, that's it, man. She said, I don't know if you are answering my question. Sergeant, are you answering my question? Not the paycheck. For my body, Margaret. That's right. Can you believe that? I was just a piece of meat to this woman. Can you believe that? Bruh. I was like, wait a minute. What? Wait a minute. I said, what? What do you mean? What the? Yeah, man. She said that, bro. She said, I was just with you because of your body. What the hell kind of mentality is that for a woman? Why? Why women? Tell me. Tell me why. Oh, man. Unbelievable. Oh, man. I was just used, bro. That's true. That's true, Joe. That is true. That is true. But you know what? You know who wasn't lucky? My son. He wasn't lucky, man. He saw me on the weekends. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's something that I can't be proud of. But but the point is that I was homeless because of this issue, And so now that Trump is, made an executive order, I think, of something, the person paying child support gets to claim the kids on their tax returns. I wish that was then when I was paying child support. I would have got more money back. But here's the thing, okay? This is in the past. It is what it is. So because the child support would take my income tax return. Every time I did my taxes, they will take all the money away from me. I never got any money back, even though I should have gotten like a couple of thousand, every tax return. Okay, because I did report, paying, right, and all this stuff. But I learned that if I make a certain amount of income, check this out. If I make a certain amount of income, okay, how many taxes are they going to take away from me? Right? So what I would do, you guys ready for this? Here we go. So what I would do to be able to get more money and to make sure that they wouldn't take all my money from the tax returns, I would claim tax exempt. You are allowed to claim tax exempt if you believe that you don't owe taxes. So I knew how many months I can do tax exempt, and then I can change it to 0. And that means that they will take a little bit more taxes. I could have said I got dependents, but child support didn't count as dependents, so I couldn't do that. So I always claim 0 so that they will take the taxes out, but I would do exempt. And so there was a few months in the year where I would make a little bit more money on my paychecks. Didn't seem to make that much difference at the time, but it helped a lot. It really did. It really helped at least to put more gas in my car. And unfortunately, during the Obama years, we were going through some attacks over there and the Middle East and Syria and all this other shit, I think. And it caused like a small depression. Gas prices went through the roof, especially down in California. I couldn't afford to put gas. I mean, my paychecks literally were mostly to put gas in the car. And so it didn't make sense to keep working in California, excuse me. So I decided to come back to Washington State. But that's a loophole, you know what I'm saying? That is a loophole that anybody is able to use, okay? So when the rich people, when they do their tax, a lot of people, and you can disagree with me, that's fine. But I want to point something out to you. When rich people when they do their taxes, I kind of explained this a little bit, okay? Yeah, me too. And sometimes they'll come in, but I kind of explained this to you. You got to look at it. For example, Elon Musk, he's a trillionaire. Does that mean that he has $1 trillion in the bank? No. It's assets. What do you guys call that? There's a name for that. If he sells the property, there's a gains tax. I think it's called gains tax if he sells it. But if he doesn't sell it, there's no tax. But I think there's a name for it, okay? I know it's assets, but there's a name when it comes to a tax that they can put on it, or they want to put on it. On gain, no. It's in the tip of my brain. There's something that the Democrats want to tax. It's something like it's not acquired yet. The capital gain tax is one. Liquid tax, I'm not sure. Unrealized, I think it is. Unrealized capital gains. There you go. Unrealized capital gains. Thank you, Jason. I think that's the word that I'm looking for. So, as a business owner, how much money do you have to spend for that business to keep running? You got to subtract everything. You got to subtract payroll taxes. You got to subtract electricity, water, garbage, sewers, supplies, and everything you can think of. You got to subtract thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars on jet fuel and maintenance and all of the assets that you have, your boats, the yachts, etc. You got to deduct all the expenses that you have for that, and this is why you pay somebody to do taxes for you, so you don't have to think about all this stuff, right? So think about that, a trillionaire or a billionaire or even a millionaire. Think about all the things that they have to pay. How much in property taxes? How much do they spend on their luxury business trips? Those are money that they're spending that are creating wealth, taxes for the lazy that don't want to work, for the socialists. You know, everything a rich person spends is on a major scale. And so they collect a lot of taxes off of that, sales tax. But when you're doing a business and you start deducting all of these things and expenses, he's not a trillionaire. He is a billionaire, but he's still not even a close to being a trillionaire in money, only in assets. Democrats want to be able to tax all realized capital gains. Now I'll probably forget it tomorrow. And I think that's wrong. I think that's wrong. I don't even think that they should call themselves a trillionaire, because they're not. At any given time, he can lose that. and then what? And then what are socialists going to say? Oh my God, well, shit, well, he lost that $1 trillion. Now we got to go and mooch out of somebody else. I always ask people that question. If there is no trillionaires, no billionaires, no millionaires, how do you make money? Yeah, clothing, everything. The house, because you run business out of the house. You invite people to come over for meetings. Your house is 100% business. You know what I'm saying? So the whole house can be deducted if you do it right. So just, I want some socialists to answer that question for me. What do you do? How do you get money if there is no rich people to tax from? Absolutely, Margaret. Is that right? I don't know if I'm understanding you right. You said we managed for centuries before the cheats spoiled the world. I don't think you know how the world works. You know what made you rich before? Slavery. If you owned a lot of slaves, it meant you were very rich. It meant you were very wealthy. Let that sink in for a second. Let's see, Musk don't call himself a trillionaire. Dems do because it fits their narrative. Absolutely. That's funny, right? That is funny. Margaret. Yeah, I know him from X as well. Tell Elon Musk, the Dennis Herrera show says hello. And we love Elon Musk. I really do. Listen, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't like to listen to him speak. He stutters for me too much. But he's very wise. He's very smart. He's not stupid. He's very smart. I like the guy. Yeah, slavery was a world business, not just a white business. Well, Jason, I don't know if you were here, but you may have missed. You may have. Go look at my live where I have on my thumbnail, I have a Native American high chief and myself on it. And it's called Slavery, Stolen Land, Slavery. I talk about it. All right? I talk about it. Yeah. A good tax accountant is worth $1 trillion. Absolutely. Ian says, better than you, I own my own business, but don't get to rip off my workers. Huh. So tell me, How would you rip off your workers? I'm curious. I really want to know. How would you rip off your workers? No reparations. If we want reparations, man, I feel sorry for the natives. They enslaved a lot of natives and African Americans. Ah, man, life is grand. Let's see. If you're Native American, aren't you tax exempt anyway? Well, all the ones that I know, yeah. Yeah, tax exempt. I'm not a Native American from here. Native American from Central America. Visa workers are ruining this country. I mean, I'm not against it. I support migrants getting work permits to come here and do some work. Why not? Not everybody wants to work in a farm. Not everybody wants to be an engineer. I mean, we had that example today. Somebody says, I don't want to go to school to be an engineer, even though they make 100,000 plus a year if you get in the right position. If you live in reservations, yes. Non-reservation, no. I know they don't pay sales tax. They don't pay sales tax over here in Washington, I think. Now, just because, for example, just the Navajo, right? Just because you're Navajo doesn't mean that. You got to have an ID from the reservation. You got to belong. You got to be recognized by the tribe in the reservations. You know, I don't know who Argentina was playing next. I don't know. Let me see. Let me take a look. Let me take a look at the World Cup scores. World Cup source. Ooh, this is going to be good. France versus Spain. I think France is going to advance. And I think Argentina is going to advance. I think that it's going to be Argentina and France on the next game. Well, these are semifinal. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I think it's going to be France, Argentina, if I've been watching the games right. But they're supposed to play on Wednesday, the 15th, England versus Argentina at 12 p.m. I believe that's Pacific time. Pacific time. So it'll be 9 a.m. Eastern time. And then tomorrow, the 14th, it will be France versus Spain at 9 p.m., not a.m., p.m., 9 p.m. No, wait, how does that work? Hold on, I'm sorry, hold on. 12 p.m. here. Oh, yeah, 9 a.m., 9 a.m. Everybody's going to miss the World Cup games. I apologize about that. My bad, my bad. My bad. All right, so yeah, so it's 9 a.m. Eastern time. Tomorrow and Wednesday. Tomorrow is going to be France versus Spain, and Wednesday, England versus Argentina. Yeah. My Trigger podcast coming up 6 p.m. Eastern time with one of your favorites, Byron Donald. See you there, Dennis. Donald Trump Jr. Man, Eric's awesome. He always messages me. I appreciate it, brother. God bless. It's probably happening already, but I'm doing my own podcast. You know what I'm saying? Eric, you got to come on my show, brother. Biff, I'm going to tell you, I watched Argentina played. It's funny, right? The what's that? What the smoke? The what's that guy's name? Snoke? It's Nicky. It's Nico. It's Nico. The retarded Filipino who believes himself to be a straight Muslim. He was watching the game between Egypt and Argentina. Now, you guys know. There's a picture of Messi kissing the wall. You know what I'm saying? Not the border over here in the south of the United States. We're talking about the wall over there in Israel. Ew! Yeah. Anyway, well, Alex Jones is a fucking dumbass anyway. I don't like Alex Jones. Ever since he did that shit against Marco Rubio, fuck him. I don't like him. I don't like Alex Jones. Besides, his voice annoys me anyways. He probably doesn't like mine either, but you know what? We're even. Anywho, so Sneeko and a bunch of people were watching the Argentina versus Egypt game, right? Egypt scores a goal. Fantastic goal. It was very nice. Very nice. And then they score a second goal. But before they score the goal, an offender from the Egyptian team made a foul against an Argentinian defender. He stepped on his foot. Camera replay shows it. So they remove the second goal from Egypt. But right after they remove it, the next play, bam! Second goal. And this one is official. So they were leading the game 2-0. Egypt was dominating Argentina. Even Messi was getting blocked. But they broke through. Boom, first goal. Second goal. Third goal. Messi. There is no way to fake. There's no way to fake the outcome of the game. No way. But because they're Muslims, oh, it's rigged. Israel bought FIFA. Blah, blah, blah. Blame Israel again. Even in soccer, doggone it. Even in soccer, people just can't give Israel a break. Here's an Argentina guy. Messi. I like Messi. I mean, he's a little autistic. I like Messi. Fantastic athlete. I like Cristiano Ronaldo. He's my favorite. I think Messi has more goals. Maybe Messi's better. But I like Cristiano Ronaldo better. I like his work ethics. His exercises. The guy is a freaking machine. And he loves his kids, of course. The sin that Messi created or has is that he supports Trump. So does this guy. And they have a picture of him kissing the wall. I don't know if it's real. But even if it is, so what? So what? I know, man. I know. But you know what? It's not his fault. His teammates suck. I blame the coach because the coach is the one responsible for picking the players. Anywho, Messi would not be able to score if it wasn't for the team. That's it. You got to have the teammates. The teammates have to know how to play with each other. You know, and you got to know how they play. You know, I've seen the frustration from Cristiano Ronaldo. I feel bad for him. I feel sorry for him of how many mistakes his teammates make. It is what it is. But anywho, the point is that now they're hating Israel because they bought the FIFA game and this and that and all this other stuff. Man, I tell you, these people, man, they go crazy. They just hate Israel, and I'm just, you know, fatigued. I'm over it. I'm over these people that hate Israel. I don't give a shit. Every day, less and less, I give a shit about these people that hate Israel. Sorry about the noise. I'm removing my Superman Batman sun shield for my windshield. All I know is Argentina. I remember vaguely remember there's a game Argentina was losing bad bad. I kid you not. Let me see. Let me see if I can. Maybe I can find something. What the shit? It pisses me off when I mess up. Let's see if I can get some information. Let's see if we can find something. No, 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 no. Well, they're naming this the game against Egypt. I guess they're calling that the greatest comeback from Argentina, but that's not the one. I have seen games where Argentina was just getting their ass kicked, and I'm looking at. I mean, these are the minutes, I guess. I said history. What the hell? Let me see. Maybe I got to do it on the actual. Let's see. What's Argentina's most goals comeback? Let me see. Come on, man. It doesn't show me. It just keeps bringing me out with the Egypt bullshit score. But anyway, Argentina was getting their ass kicked, and I thought, well, they're done. That's it. This is where it goes. And they came back, and I think it was like 3 to 5 goals within a very short period of time towards the end of the game. They came from behind and even beat their other team way beat them. With goals coming from behind. And that's exactly what they did with Egypt. Egypt was dominating the whole game. Boom, 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 boom. But at the end of the day, you can't let down. You made mistakes. I mean, some of these goals were awesome, but some goals were mistakes. Oh, that's so cool. They're about to play a little baseball game here behind me, and they're all singing the national anthem right now. Oh, so cute. All the kids, maybe between 12 and 14 years old. Oh, that's nice. Patriotism. Got to teach patriotism. Anywho, I think Argentina has a great chance. If they go to the finals, I think Argentina has a great chance to actually win the World Cup. They do. But France has been playing really good as well. I'm telling you, man, France, wow. They got some really good connections. I mean, England, I don't know, man. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. I think I'm biased because Argentina, I love Argentina. I might be biased. But I'm going to tell you, all 4 of those teams, they deserve to be there. Yeah, they deserve to be there. Yeah, USA, Mexico, gone, done. USA. I'm surprised they got that far. I watched the games, the replays, and I thought they sucked. Honestly, I really thought they sucked. I'm like, bro, that's it? That's all you got? Norway is Norway out? Let me see. I didn't know that. Is Norway out? I like Norway because of just one guy. That's it. Welcome back, sis, Tanya. Let's see. Maybe I didn't search right. Norway's out. I mean, from the looks of it, right? Erling Haaland. How can I search this? Round of 16s. Okay, here we go. So quarterfinals was, oh shit. Okay, so quarterfinals, England beat Norway. Okay. So that's why England is in the semifinal now. I missed that one. England, Norway. I have to watch it tonight. Yeah, I might have to watch it tonight. I gotta watch these round 16 games. You know how they have just like a 13, 15 minutes summary of the game. Yeah. Jeremy only likes Norway because of the Viking girls singing. It ain't over till the fat lady sings, they say. But I only like Norway because well, I don't even like Norway. I just like Erling Haaland. That Viking is a beast. You know, speaking of Haaland, you know what's sad? You know what's sad about people, the professional athletes? I'm serious about this. What's really sad about professional athletes is that I feel that they don't get a fair chance to grow up. Very rarely do you see any professional athletes be wise. You know what I mean? And the way that they act, I can see that some things are missing about them being adults, grown-ups. Oh, yeah. I know, sis. I know, Rush. I know. Travis, the new feeling show, Dennis style. Well, everything in life has feelings. Making decisions, you gotta have common sense and some feelings. Sometimes you have to get rid of the feelings to make common sense decisions, okay? Sometimes, as they say, you have to train yourself not to feel so that you can learn to kill your enemy. It happens. But for example, with Haaland, as much as I like the guy, he reminds me of my brother-in-law, but my brother-in-law, he is tall, fit as well, but he's Samoan, and he is a beast in volleyball. And the crazy thing is that, volleyball's not like soccer, it's not like a professional game out there, making money. Like, even I don't know anything about volleyball making money. But he is a beast. Like, he's a natural athlete. I kid you not. I'm not, just because he's my brother-in-law, no. I'm telling you, my brother-in-law, man, I want to tell you, as an athlete, bro, I will pick him every time. First pick every time. The guy is so talented. When he was in his teens, yes, I've been with the family for 16 years. When he was in his teens, I told him, I said, don't waste your life. Go to school. Play sports. I said, you'll be very good in football, whether you want to be the quarterback or the receiver. I said, you got the skills. The guy jumps so high naturally. He is ripped, muscle guy, Samoan bone structure. The guy is a fucking beast. I kid you not, a beast. And he's not fat, like he's freaking fit. He's a skinny guy. But he's like 6'4". You know what I'm saying? Man, 6'4", you play basketball, bam! You know what I'm saying? Like there's so much potential for athletic power. And he decided to just work. You know, he wasn't the smartest, the brightest. Now he makes really good money and he takes care of his family, but you know, it's one of those things to where I think he could have been a millionaire playing sports. I kid you not. I kid you not. The guy was, even now, he's still very athletic, very strong. And well, I'm telling you, man, I'm a very good coach. I'm very good at finding talent. I know talent when I see it. It's not to toot my own horn, man. I know talent when I see it. This is probably why I know why these libtards are incompetent. I got an eye for talent. I'm not going to tell you that I'm going to do the best on everything that I do, but I know who can. I don't know. Maybe it's just the common sense, you know, skills that I have. I don't know. I can tell you this. At a company where I work for, the supervisor didn't really have vacation time because nobody can do what he does. When they hire me, he took his first vacation, a whole month. What does that tell you? Here's the catch, or the difference between me and anybody else that works. I don't think I'm better than everybody. I always consider myself to be average or above average employee, okay? Every time I'm the employee, that's how I see myself. Just average or above average. I took care of the whole department. But not only did I take care of the whole department performed better. Not because I was making a better job at work, but I was a better leader. It is what it is. Listen, to be able to talk to you the way that I talk to you, every day that I talk to you, all these lives, just imagine of how many hours of talking, of entertaining you, trying to get common sense answers, opinions, fact checking, researching. Not everybody can do that. Oh, man. Look at what's his name? Charles Von Morgan. I don't know, brother. Look at, send me an email, will you? Or just send me a text at 425-583-1155. The thing is that, you know, if I talk with people about the idea of, you know, running for office, it's a lot of times people want you to do what they want you to do. And I want to run with my own ideas, with my own originality, with believing in what I do. You know, I don't want bullshit. I don't want lies. I don't want to be a politician. I want to be a person that wants to take care of the people. But I also want my family to be taken care of. You know what I mean? All right, Jason, have a good night, brother. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you, Tanya. You know I give you much love, sis. I love it. I love interacting with people. It's not a mystery. But even though there's like a lot of negativity, coming from the other side, I, I'll tell you, it's their negativity almost wants me to just go and go back to a regular, 7 to 5 job, and make money. It's more money. See you later, Christine. Oh man, I even did a Saturday live, which I don't do anymore. I don't do any more Saturdays, Sundays, but I had to give that big apology. That was the biggest reason, but yeah. No, we don't want to abolish ICE. We want to abolish illegal immigrants. Abolish criminals. Abolish illegal immigrants. Anybody that thinks that we should abolish ICE is very un-American. And we don't care about your opinion. Yeah, we know about 52-year-old Lorenzo, 35 years in this country. 35 years of chances to get his papers in order. 35 years working illegally in this country. 35 years that he could have spent saving, making something in his country. Buying land, building house, buying himself a vehicles, whatever the hell he wanted. 35 years in this country, he could have built something in his country. And now, thanks to Democrat sanctuary city policies, he is dead. Jeff, if he was working in this country illegally, that is a felony. See, even work is a privilege. You have to earn that privilege. That's why you want to get a working visa before you come here. And you get the privilege of going to work so you can provide for you. It's not a human right. It's a legal right. Think. Just because you are a laborer, just because you know how to build a bridge, you don't get to go build a bridge unless you have the privilege, the authorization to go and build a bridge. Absolutely. I do agree, Jeff. I do agree. But here's the thing. I believe he had his own business. Don't quote me, but I believe he had his own business. Why do I say that? Because he said, when the video shows him, right, getting on this van, on this commercial van, and I think it was his son. His son says, yeah. He said, my dad got up in the morning, I think it was like around 5 or something, right? And got in his vehicle to go pick up his workers. I think that's what he said. So to go pick up his workers. Now listen, I don't know if his kids are citizens or residents. I don't know if his wife, his daughter, I don't know, his family, right? 35 years, brother? Come on. Let me tell you one thing that I do get pissed off about, okay? One thing that I do get pissed off about is lawyers And paralegals. I know some paralegals that have made a lot of moolah of lying to illegal immigrants. I know this family paid a paralegal $8,000. It bugs me. I can't do that, man. I can easily go get a notary. I can literally go and get my notary license so I can notarize. Check this out. I really hate people that like some of this socialists believe about billionaires. I really hate people that abuse other people's ignorance. Even as a business owner, I've never been like that. I've always give away my money. But if I got my notary license, right? I think it's a license or certification or whatever. Check this out, J Money. So you can go, knowledge is power. So you can go to the government's website. If you want to look for a visa to work, right? You want to apply for a working visa. Well, first of all, you speak English. You go to the website and you look at the requirements. What the hell is that? And you look at the requirements.
I don't respond to harmful language, but I can help you with things like finding nearby businesses, checking traffic, or navigating.
Cancel. Who the hell's listening? Check this out. So I can go to the website and I can search the information. And then I can see, somebody comes in and asks me a question. And they say, hey, I don't have papers. How do I get a permit to work in this country so I don't get deported? And because the paralegal or the notary or whoever the guy is, the person is, they know that all you got to do is apply. You go to the website, you answer the questions truthfully. If you are in this country illegally, what's going to happen is, here's the catch. You can get deported immediately as soon as they find out that you are illegal. But when you apply for that work permit, they don't come and get you for that. You wait. If they disapprove it because of your criminal background or something is not right, you will get deported. Okay? There's that. But if everything goes smooth, everything is great, your background checks, everything checks out, blah, 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 you will pay a fine. But you will have your permit. If you need to get a green card, you fill out all the paperwork online. Answer all the questions truthfully. There is nothing a lawyer or a paralegal or a notary can do for you not to get deported. That is the government's doing. So if they don't deport you, it's because the government is not deporting you, not because the lawyer is stopping them from doing so. You understand? And so what I hate is that, they fearmonger the illegal immigrants. And they tell them, you need to pay $4,000 for this. I will make sure that all the paperwork is filled out so that you get approved. There's a chance that you might not to, but with my help, your chances are way higher than if you do it yourself. So half truth, half lie. I hate that. And then they say they do it to help the illegal immigrants. They do it to help the migrants. No, they don't. They do it to make money. That's just the way it is. They use illegal immigrants for all kinds. They're like little cows that you just milk. Oh, I'm making money. Believe that. You don't have to worry about me. I'm making money. Don't have to worry about myself. I am helping a lot more by telling people the truth. J Money, bye-bye. You crossed the line. You fucked up, fool. But you know what? It's just like I like to tell the truth. Either way, you help my migrants, help Americans. Why not? Everything I tell you is honest. It is the truth. No, I didn't go to Seattle to watch the Mexico-Korea. I haven't gone to any of the. I haven't been to any of the soccer games, unfortunately. I don't know. It's a lot of money to go to these games, bro. And I just, for a game, nah. I'll watch the summary plays on YouTube for free. I still support soccer, though. If you can afford to go, go. Enjoy it. Have a great time. I have gone to watch, in my whole life here in Washington, I think I watched, yeah, I watched one basketball game when the Sonics were here. Oh no, I watched a baseball game the first year that I came here, a baseball game again afterwards. So I watched 2 baseball games, 1 basketball game, 1 soccer game, and 1 football game. That's it, at the stadium. And I enjoyed it. If I had more money to go and just blow out, fantastic. Excuse me. I had to check and see if the wife had messaged me. Let me message her on my other phone. The park across, okay. So, anyway, I love soccer, but I also don't like. I also don't like to go and spend a lot of money on that. Astros or Dodgers? Well, if I say Dodgers, I'm a Chicano. I'm a Mexican from Cali. None of them. I will go for the Mariners because that is the team that is here in Seattle. A lot of traveling to Jeff. Says Jose Duarte. I don't know what you guys talking about. All right. Bring it back down, SA. Yep, you got that right. Seattle Mariners, baby. Football, just Seahawks. Seahawks. Ken Griffin, we had a team. We actually had a great Mariners baseball team. And they blew it. They had a great chance to win the World Series, and they blew it. Sonics, we could have had a championship against Chicago Bulls, but they blew it. And we never had such a great team than what we had in the 90s with Sean Kemp combo with Gary Payton. Perkins! Smooth. Yeah. Used to get those ugly-ass threes, but they will go in every single time, baby. Every single time. Eddie Johnson, he shoots it from the top of the logo, and it's good! Man, what a classic. I love the Sonics in the 90s, man. I mean, obviously, I've been here since, late 80s. So 90s will be the time that I enjoy those games. Yeah, those were the days. I remember rooting for changing conversation. I remember yeah, Sean Kemp. Yeah, Sean Kemp and Gary Payton. That was the combo. The glove. That was the sound effects at the arena. Let's see. I was talking how much I paid to come here. $4,500. Woo! Uh. For $4,500. I will get a first class round way trip to Hawaii. Stay at a nice, humble, above average hotel. Ate the best food. Yeah, and have a few $100 to spare. Yep, I did. I missed the Mouse in Helen explosion. That was in the 80s, right? Early 80s? Oh, I see. That makes sense, Jeff. Yeah, okay, so, yeah, that's right. So, so the game that I went to, it was back in 1990, I believe. 1990, I believe. Yeah. Ken Griffey Jr. was playing baseball at the Seattle Mariners. Hit a home run. I was in the, what do you call that? What do you call that deep field? Center field. I was center field. And he hit a home run, and I was sitting on the second or third floor. I don't know. I can't remember what it was, but the home run landed on the floor below me. And man, I was like, oh, that's so cool, blah, blah, blah. And, this and that. But, yeah, I agree, Mr. T. I agree. Yeah, the decks. Yeah, I think it was the second or third deck. I don't remember. But all I know is that the ball landed on the deck before, underneath us. But yeah, Randy Johnson was a beast. Ken Griffey was probably the worst trading that they did. Edgar did pretty good. Edgar Martinez, I think, was his name. Now they have a street name in Seattle after him. There was some good players, man. For Sonics, Detlef Schrempf was okay. There were no Michael Jordan and Pippen, but they played pretty good, man. I can say this, man. I really truly enjoy the era of the Seattle Supersonics. Let's see if I remember some of the names. Some of them I don't remember anymore. But so Sean Kemp, my favorite. Sad what happened to him. Gary Payton, stuck-up guy, stuck-up, but great athlete, great. He used to steal a lot of balls. Sam Perkins, Detlef Schrempf, Detlef Kemp, Detlef. I forgot his last name already. I don't know, man. That's some European name. I don't know. And let me see who else played with them. I think Eddie Johnson was already finished. Man, there was a couple other guys. I used to watch the Bulls, the Chicago Bulls, a lot too. So, I don't want to confuse the names on the players, but yeah, definitely Sam Perkins, Detlef Schrempf. There you go, Detlef Schrempf. It sounds like shrimp or Kemp. Detlef Schrempf. Oh man, Detlef. Let's just call him Detlef. No Clyde Drexler. Clyde Drexler was from the Portland, bro. But Gary Payton, Sean Kemp, Sam Perkins, Detlef. There's one more guy. Poor guy. Maybe he sucked. I don't know. But those are the players that I think were great from Seattle. And I can tell you, man, ever since the Liptards went loose and everything just went manginas, football's not the same. Basketball's not the same. You remember when you used to watch Michael Jordan and even in the era of Larry Bird and man, you know what I'm saying? We have the Jazz, bro. We had the Mailman, you know what I'm saying? Man, these guys used to tear each other apart on the field. That was basketball. Those were real fouls. Now you have this pussy ass, what's his name? The black dude. I don't like this guy. What's his name? Somebody give me the name of the pussy that it's supposed to be better than Michael Jordan. You will know him by the name Pussy. Jeff says LeBron. Oh my God, bro. So 100%. I don't have to say much, man. LeBron James, man. Everybody knew it. Everybody knows who the pussy in the NBA is. But anywho, you know, this guy, they barely tap it. He's a big guy. Muscle, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you should be like, you should be flexing. Like, what, bitch? That's all you got? Oh. But no, he flops. He travels like a mother. That guy walks the whole court. That guy travels more than Jose Duarte. But anyways, you know, like, the players used to play, you know what I mean? And I know that in football, yeah, all these accidents and all this shit, but I mean, that's what football is, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to see these accidents, but bam, you know, it's a measure of strength, you know, of testosterone and manly sport, you know? Not a sport where any woman can join. That was the whole thing about it, you know what I'm saying? Man, I'm just saying. I stopped watching football for a long time because of the rules. Like, fuck, man. You're telling me that's not a catch anymore? That's a catch. You know what I'm saying? I have all these problems, man. I'm just like, wait, what? They changed what rule? Why? Now the quarterbacks are going to do whatever the hell they want? Wait a minute. What? No. Anyway, that's why I stopped watching professional games. I think the only game that's really hasn't changed much, baseball. The American game. That's the American game right there. If you're watching baseball, you are a true American. All right, wifey text. It is time to go for a pickup. Don't want to run any of these kids over here in a second. All right. Man, it's good to have a talk about sports, man. You know what I love? I love that a lot of you guys are my age or older, so you guys can relate to the players that I mentioned. But I can't believe anybody in the NBA history will ever dare say that they are better than Michael Jordan. I don't care if that's not my city, my state. Or listen, Michael Jordan played against the greatest of the greatest in the NBA. And he kicked ass. He failed. He was emotional. He was strong. Very athletic. And somehow, even when he was angry, you just couldn't help but to fall in love with this guy. A little gayish. A little gayish. Michael Jordan is and will always be the greatest NBA player ever to have ever existed. The challenges that he had to go through, the strength, the bullying that he had to put through, the trash talk. He was a very smart player. Kind of like Larry Bird, right? Larry Bird was the kind of player that will tell you, hey, listen, I'm going to go here. I'm going to do a dribble to the left, then to the right, and I'm going to score in your face, and there's nothing you can do about it. Larry Bird was the kind of player that will tell you exactly what he is going to do and tell you there is nothing you can do about it, and he will do it over and over and over, and you can't stop him. That, my friends, that's a basketball player right there. That's a legend. That is a legend. A legend that Michael Jordan, I don't want to say put in his place, but Michael Jordan, yeah, he stood up to all these legends. Magic Johnson, all these crazy badass players back in the day, you know. Drexler, phenomenal. No, man, Iverson. Man, there's so many players. I can see their faces. I don't remember their names, but I know their faces. You know, I looked up so much at I looked up too much to Michael Jordan that I was so proud when the Supersonics, the Seattle Supersonics, actually went to the finals in the NBA against Michael Jordan and Pippen, the greatest freaking combo ever. Yeah. Yeah. Second place, I put the great Kobe Bryant. Let me tell you something. I believe that if Kobe Bryant didn't die in that accident, he might have been. He might have been. Equal, if not better, than Michael Jordan. Same skills, same movement and looseness, same toughness, good personality, trash talker, but yet very respectful when he needed to. Somebody will actually earn. Somebody will earn their respect. And they treat him like such. I'm telling you, when you earn respect, you're the fucking man. Yeah. But you have to earn it. And having Shaq, that's your combo, disgusting. They were disgusting. Disgustingly good. You know what I mean? Badasses. And then number 3, I will put my team. Sean Kemp and Gary Payton. Greatest combos. You can see the great combos. Even combos in teams that I didn't really like the Jazz. Karl Malone and what was his name? Stockton, I think it was. Great combo. Great combo. There's others, you know, but some of these teams, they just really stood out as having a combo of team. You know what I'm saying? What the hell? Where did this guy come out of nowhere? Hold on. Juan Rodriguez says, what the? What, now you're an expert in basketball? What the fuck? This guy. Oh, man. Robert wasn't having it. Babe, I'm outside already. You can come out. This guy. What a hater. Why? These haters just love the Dennis Herrera show. Oh, man. I tell you, man. It doesn't matter what you do in life. It doesn't matter what you do in life. You're going to have a lot of people that hate you and a lot of people that love you. Some people will just, you. Ah, man, but you can't please everybody, bro. I'm not mad at him. It's okay. What this dumb me? You are dumb. You are dumb. Get out of here, man. What the hell is this person? Oh, man. Get your gender fluid out of my chat. Oh, that's right. That's right. The Pistons. Yeah. The Pistons was Isaiah Thomas, right? Isaiah Thomas, and what was the fighter's name? He wasn't a basketball player. He was a fighter. Lambert? Somebody, Lambert. I think something like that. Get your ass over here. Precious is out finally. Malone, baby. Yeah, Carl Malone. There's some girl in that red car. There's too late. A lady and a girl in that car. They drove by just staring at me, and I said, "Oh boy."
You should roll down the window. Hey, mama.
Hey, baby. No, I should have. I should have. Anyways, I'm over here like we change conversations. We're not talking politics. We're not talking religion. We decided to start talking about sports, and this guy goes, "What the fuck? You're an expert on basketball now?" Oh man, these guys, bro, they crack me up. Oh man. Robert says hi, precious.
Hey, brother Robert.
You already talked to Tanya and Rush Babe on the chat. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. Yeah. I will tell you what, man. I told you guys, in the future, there will be a spot. I need to check this out. There will be a spot for commentating on sports. So I'm sure that when God allows me to have more time, and I'll be able to get more into soccer, maybe basketball, baseball, all this stuff, right, that we know about, and we'll have a great show about it. We have a great conversation. Maybe I'll take some phone calls in, and just like we do with politics and religion, people will be allowed to call in and just tell me who your favorite player is and why, and then you can destroy me with statistics and all that stuff and whatever. But, it just, I don't know, I think it's fun. It's fun to do that. I like to interact with people, so I think it's great. Just wasted like a quarter gallon of gas there waiting for my wife to get off work with the AC running. This is what I love about the Mobile One. I don't have to be sweating like I do when I am in my house. I mean, at the studio. Ah, man. You know what? Some people don't appreciate, the free entertainment that they get. Hockey, I don't know. Hockey, maybe we'll hire someone to talk about hockey.
We'll have Robert talk about
yeah, we'll have Robert call in, and Robert can tell us all about hockey. I don't give a shit about hockey. Probably because I haven't gotten into it, but every sport, once you get into it, it's really enjoyable. Like rugby, I don't like rugby, but once I start watching it, I enjoy watching it. I still don't understand the rules, but I enjoy it. Let me see, what else? What's another sport? Golf. Golf is another sport that people they overlook. But golf is phenomenal. I love golf. I'm telling you, man, if it wasn't for my lower back, I will be golfing out there every Saturday. Every Saturday. I'll tell you what, maybe one day, I'm not going to be up this late. Maybe one of these Saturdays, I will go and see if I can do 9 holes. Not that I will ever get to the hole, because I don't know how my swing is anymore. I went to the golf range not too long ago. You guys probably saw that short. But it was okay, but I was missing a lot of shots too. So I'll probably go and test the reception. If the reception is good, I'm going to make sure that I can put a GoPro, no, not a GoPro, but a clip with my phone so that I can give you a live. We can play golf together, and we can still have that interaction live. Who knows? Maybe I'll have somebody follow me and record and stuff. But I think it'll be fun. Just spitballing out here with ideas, right? Let's see. Mr. says I started watching rugby. I missed it. I can't read the comments. Oh, man. All right, guys. Hey, I enjoy having a conversation with you guys. Maybe another day I will show up. I will show off my Seattle night background that I created. It looks very nice. I like it. I think it's beautiful. And maybe I will use, I don't know, man. I keep saying that I'm going to make these videos, but it's just nobody watches them. It's a little discouraging because nobody watches them, and it's like, okay, so what is the point of me making these videos if nobody's going to watch them? You know what I mean? So we'll see. I'll probably make some videos and then just put them out there for the afternoons to come out and see how it goes. But I like to do that because you get a bigger screen, and I know that a lot of guys, most of you, are actually on the vertical streaming. So you guys do a lot of short videos and things like that, and then you come through my life. Yeah. Had to be hard for you. It's not happening on TV. I don't know what you said there. I give a like, but hard for me to be on YouTube every day. That's right, mister. I understand. But, just give it a like, stop by, drop a line. I appreciate it. That's what it's all about. If you're able to hang out with me for as long as I'm here talking, oh my gosh, fantastic. But I don't expect you to. Some are able to, like if you're at work or something, you can listen to it the whole time because you don't have to watch it. You can listen to it the whole time, and you can chime in on your breaks or whatever, put something down. That's fantastically perfect as well. But all right, guys, love you all. Thank you so much for being here with me. I will see you tomorrow morning, God willing. See ya. God bless you all. Later, man. Robert, Tanya, Raj Babe, all you crazy fools that follow me. Thank you for being here on the Dennis Herrera Show. Till next time.